Have you ever wanted to create an online survey, registration form, quiz, or feedback form, but you did not know where to start? In this video, I will show you exactly how to use Google Form from the scratch. Whether you are a student, teacher, business owner, or simply wants to collect information online, this tutorial is for you. By the end of this video, you will know how to create your first Google Form, add different question types, customize the design, share your form, view response automatically in Google Sheets. If you are so ready to master Google Forms, let's get started. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Learn Tech School, and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss our weekly technological tutorials. You can access Google Forms straight away from Google Drive by clicking on New button. Then you go downwards and look for Google Form, then blank form, and click on it to direct you to straight away to Google Form. Next, we're going to access Google Form through URL by clicking on the tab key. Then I'm going to type here forms.google.com. Hit on enter. Then it's going to direct you to Google Forms page. The last option of us accessing Google Forms, click on tab key to add a new tab. Then go straight away to Google Apps, click on it, you scroll downwards and look for Google Forms. Click on it. Then it will lead you to the same page. So from this page, we see start a new form, blank form. Then we have some different types of templates. We have contact information, RSVP, party invite, t-shirt sign up. Down and up arrow, we see some other templates of your choice. You can just pick one of the template and do some editing. Then you create your form. But for us, we're going to click on the blank form for a start. Then when you open up the blank form, on the left side we have Google Form logo or home. Then next is the place whereby the Google Form name appears. If you type here the name will automatically reflect on that place. Then you have the questions, this area where the question will be. The next we have the response. So here all the response on our form, our user responded, they will reflect on this place. Then you can also link them to our sheets. Then settings, here you can make the form settings, make this quiz, then response, presentation, all sort of settings regarding to the form. Let's click back on questions, then customize button, then preview, then undo and redo. Then we have copy response link, then share, then you have publish, then these dots, make a copy, prefill, you have embed, HTML, print, apps, script, then get add-ons, keyboard shortcuts. In our case, we are going to start by typing in inside this form. We are going to create the form name. So this form, we are going to give it a name of employee attendance form. The next, you can edit the name by keeping it to be bolded, italic, or underlined. Then insert in a URL if there is any. Just adding form description on this part. This one, it will ask the user to complete this attendance form at the beginning of your training session. Let's hit on this form center so that the name can appear when you click inside untitled place. The name of the form will automatically reflect on that part. Next, you're going to type in our first question that will be asking for name. Then automatically to reflect on this place showing us this is a short answer needed on the type of questions. If we click on the down arrow, different question types, answers or response. So the first one will be short answer. So short answer is mainly meant for something like names, emails, or single line answer. The next we have paragraph. So paragraph usually meant for long text, respond, or feedback. Then we have multiple choices meant for selecting one option from a list. Checkboxes, selecting multiple options from a list also. Drop down, selecting one option from a drop down menu. File upload, allowing response to upload files. Linear scale rating, rating for a numerical scale. Rating specifically meant for rating a specific numbers from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. Mostly people do prefer 1 to 10. Then you have also multiple choices grid, checkboxes grid. Then you have date for us to insert in the date, and time also for inserting time. Next, let's add a new question by clicking on the plus icon. Now what will be requiring from the user of this form are going to type in employee ID. So this type of question also requires a short answer as it is selected automatically. Next, you are going to make a copy of this question by clicking on duplicate question. Now, after copying this, we are going to change it from employee ID into department. Then go straight away to question types. And we click on the down arrow. We look for drop down. Then we select it. Then we're going to give the names of different departments. Human resource. Next one, finance. Administration. ICT and marketing. Now, before we continue, we're going to make all these questions. Before submitting, our user should fill them. So we are going to activate the required button. After we're through, let us scroll downwards. You'll notice that there is a duplicate of this question department. Now what you're going to do, you're going to get rid of the other question here by hitting on delete question, which is represented by this recycle bin icon. Click on it. You will notice that the question is no longer there. We have only now one department question. If I scroll up and down. Now let's go to another question by clicking on add question. So this type of question is going to ask employees on the check-in time. When did they arrive on this training session? So automatically this question is going to select time as the question type. Let's go ahead and we make a duplicate of this question. Then we change this from check-in time to check-out time. Next, let us add a new question. We're clicking on the add question. So this one here, it will ask attendance date. Employees should include attendance date for the training session. So this one here, select date as the question type, as you can see it on my right hand side. Let's click on duplicate and we change this from attendance date to attendance status. Then we go to question type, click on the down arrow, we change this into multiple choices. With multiple choices, we're going to have options. We're going to change them to present, the first one. The second one, we're going to make it absent. The third one, we're going to make it late. The fourth one, on leave. And the fifth one, half a day. When you're through with that, you're going to select this attendance date and then to make a session from here. Click on add a session. So this session, I'm going to give it a name, session 2 attendance. Before we proceed, we will drag attendance date into session 2. Next, let's add a new question. I'm clicking on the plus sign. Then this one here is going to ask employees how satisfied are they with today's training session. So with this, you're going to choose the question type, rating. You can choose either rating or linear scale, but for us we're going with rating. So with rating, we'll choose as from 1 to 5 stars. Then let's add another question also. So here it will ask for comments, employees to give out their feedback. So with this question is, you see it has automatically selected paragraph. Next we'll click on customize theme. Then we'll load over to text style on the header section, and we change in the font type by clicking on the drop down arrow to Poppins bold. Click on it. Then you can also decide to change in the font size from 24, but we'll stick to 24. We'll do the same for question type also, but with question type we'll just leave it Roberto, but we're going to choose Roberto median. Click on it. Then the font size you're going to leave it at 12 that way. Then we'll go to text. With text we'll also choose Roberto but normal font. Click on it. Then the font size we'll also make it 12. Then after we're through, we're going to click on choose image. Then we're going to choose an image for our header. You'll see here there are different groupings. If you scroll down, there are different themes. Let's click on illustration, birthday, food and dinner. You can click on this icon. You can see more groupings of it. But for us, we're going to click on upload. Then click on browse. Then let's choose Learn Tech School banner. Click on it. Then click on open for upload. You'll see it uploaded on our form. Next, let's scroll downwards. Then let's go straight away to colors. Choose the Learn Tech color, dark green. Afterwards, the background color, the one that is checked. Let's head over to preview and you click on it. So preview is going to display how our form will look like. You're going to click on next button. Then let's scroll downwards. You see every section with the questions that we have: name, employee's ID, department. Then we have back and next, but we're going to click on next. So after clicking on next, it will indicate this is a required question. So we need to fill in these questions first before we head over to the next session. But let's go back to employees attendance. Then click on publish so that we can publish our form. Then we have respondents. Anyone with a link can have access to the form. And lastly, we're going to click on publish, and it's going to give you respondent link. So we can shorten this link by checking on that box. Click on checking. Then click on copy. Afterwards, we're going to add a tab. Then paste the URL. Then we hit on enter. It will open up our form. Then let's click on next button, try, and we feed in the answers of this form. With name, we start with Mike. Employee's ID, we're just going to give a random ID number. Department, we'll choose any department. For us, we're going to choose finance. Then click on next. Attendance, let's say this month of August. Then date 1 to 26. Attendance status present. Then check-in time. Let's make it 10. Then check out time 12 p.m. Then click on the next button. Then how satisfied are you with today's training session? Let's click on all stars. From the first one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Comments, it was awesome. Then let's click on submit. Now the last session, we're going to see how many people have responded to our forms. It will indicate 3 responses. With this we have summary. So the summary is going to give you the names of the respondents, employees ID, all the IDs of the respondent, Then on the third session is going to give you the department of the respondents. The other part is going to give you the attendance of the respondents, attendance date, attendance status of the respondents, check-in time, check-out time. How satisfied are you with today's training session? It will give you the rate of the respondents that gave 5-star with their graphs. Also on the other column of questions, to give you name, question name, how many people answered. You can change them from name into employee, department, attendance date, and the rest. But let's start with employee's ID, and to see all the IDs of the respondents who have answered that question. The name also, you're going to see the names. Next, if you click on individual, you're going to see questions answered by the respondent. Lastly, let's click on link to add sheets. So with this, we have two options, either create a new sheet or select an existing sheet. But for us, we are going to click on create. Then we'll see a display of our form in table form, employees attendance form, having several columns starting from timestamp and names, employees ID, department, attendance date, attendance status, check-in time, check-out time, and how satisfied. So these columns, names, they are the set of questions that we had in our form. If you scroll on the right side, you're going to see the last column that we had for comment, all with different answers given with different respondents, as you can see on it on the table. And that's it. You have now learned on how to create and set up Google Form from start to finish. If this tutorial helped you, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel reach more people who may find this tutorial useful. And if you are new here, subscribe to Learn Tech School and turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss more simple and practical technological tutorial. I would also love to hear from you. What type of Google Form tutorials would you like for me to create in my next tutorial? Let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video with someone who may find this useful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Stay tuned and keep learning.